Today, we're going to talk about one of the biggest challenges new social media managers face, which is building a portfolio when you do not have clients. Now, a strong portfolio helps you land clients, helps to showcase your skills, and proves that you actually know what it is that you're doing. But how do you create case studies if you've never actually worked with a client or a brand before? In this video, I'm going to break down the step-by-step on how you can create case studies using dummy accounts, past experiences, or even brands that you admire. And by the end of this video, you would have real examples to showcase in your portfolio, even if you've never worked with a brand or any paying client before. So let's get started. Hey guys, my name is Omabalaji Ajibare and I am the social media ogre, and I've been a social media manager for 10 years now. Yes, a decade. And I'm all about teaching anyone who cares to listen how to use social media the right way, which is why my YouTube channel is a gold mine for anyone looking to start a career in social media management, or you have started social media management and you just need a guide. My YouTube channel is here to guide you. Let's start with what a case study is and why do you need one. A case study is a detailed breakdown of a project showing your strategy, your execution, and also your results. Now, clients don't just want to see the aesthetic feeds before and after that a lot of people put in their portfolio. They want to see your thought process and your impact. A strong case study should include the 5 things. Number 1, the problem you solved. Number 2, the strategy that you used. Number 3, the content you create. Number 4, the analytics and results. And number 5, your key takeaways. Even if you don't have real clients, you can create case studies by running dummy accounts, analyzing existing brands, or just maybe revamping old projects. Let me start with the first one, which is creating a dummy account to build your portfolio. One of the best ways to actually get hands-on experience as a new social media manager is by running a dummy account. I remember when I started, I created a page called Life of QB. It is no longer existing, but it was a page where I was able to practice my social media skills on. I was curating posts. Nobody knew I was behind the account because all I was doing was trying to build that page so I could put it on my portfolio and also learn 1 or 2 things about social media management. This is one of the best ways to actually get on-hand experience, and you need to manage a dummy account like you are managing a real business. How exactly do you do this? Number 1, you need to choose an industry. Pick an industry you want to work in, whether it is beauty, tech, fashion, skincare, or maybe personal brands. And this will help you attract the right clients later on. Step 2, I'll tell you to create a business profile. You can create a business profile on Instagram, on TikTok, or LinkedIn for this fake business or personal brand. And this could be like a local bakery, a skincare brand, a coaching business, and so on and so forth. You want to make sure you design a professional bio, a logo, highlight covers to make it real. You want to make sure that it looks like a real business. Then next, you want to develop a content strategy. And if you do not know how to create a content strategy, my last video, I talked about how exactly you can create one. You need to plan out the content as if you were managing for an actual client. And this will cover your brand messaging, your posting schedule, your content themes, which will be educational, promotional, community focused, narrowed down. Make sure you go watch that content strategy video. I'm going to also link it in the description below. For example, if you create a dummy account for a skincare brand, your strategy could include educational posts on the ingredients, trying to teach people the ingredients in that particular skincare product, behind the scenes content to show people what goes on behind the scenes, user generated content simulation. And now AI has even made it possible for you to like get user generated content without actually even working with the brand. Step 4 would be to post consistently and track metrics on that particular page. You need to treat this account like you're seriously managing for a brand. Post for at least 1 to 2 months while tracking the analytics or the engagement rate and the follower growth. Then you create a case study breaking down the content strategy and the results of this particular page. And this is one of the best ways you can actually practice your skill as a new social media manager. Another way to build your portfolio is by analyzing existing brands and also presenting what you would do differently. This This is called reverse engineering. So you reverse engineer case studies from real brands that already exist. This is the perfect way to build your portfolio if you do not want to create a dummy account. You build a portfolio by analyzing existing brands and also presenting what you would do differently. I don't know if you've seen these reels or TikToks about people saying what I would do if I was the social media manager for maybe Red Bull or the social media manager for Fenty. Step one, you want to make sure that you pick a brand that you like. If you are working with any brand that you like, it becomes easy for you to generate content ideas for that particular brand. When you're picking any niche or you're picking any brand or business, make sure it is one that you like. You want to find a business in the niche with decent but not perfect social media. You don't want to pick one that they are nailing it on social media. It will be very hard for you to analyze. You want to pick one that you've seen flaws and it will be able for you to dissect and also give recommendation. Number two, you want to analyze their strategy. You want to look at their posting frequency. Are they posting well? Are they taking time out? Have they taken a long break before they even post again? You also want to look at their engagement levels, their content types, their strengths and their weaknesses. Run a SWOT analysis on their page. This would actually help you present your case study well to the clients and show them that you actually know what it is that you're doing. For example, if it's a fashion brand on Instagram and they post inconsistently and they lack engagement, your case study should be able to outline the gap in their strategy, a proposed content calendar that will help them maintain consistency when they are posting, and also suggest content improvement. Maybe they are doing more carousels instead of reels. They should have a proper mix of their content. Number three would also be to create a content plan. Mock up a new strategy that will improve the presence of that particular brand or the niche that you've picked. You want to include things like post ideas, captions, graphics, video concepts. So it shows your clients or shows anybody that is actually going through your portfolio that you know how to do these things. You know how to come up with content ideas. You know how to write good captions. You know how to design as a social media manager. You can use Canva or Adobe Express or Photoshop to actually create visuals and show what their improved content would look like. It just shows them that yes, this person knows what they are saying. This person is good in graphic design, copywriting, and so on and so forth. You also want to document your findings. Document your findings, compile everything into a PDF, or you can use Notion if you don't want to use PDF. I love using Canva a lot. You want to make sure you detail the brand's current strategy. You want to make sure you give your recommended improvements. You want to make sure you come up with a mock-up content plan, and you want to make sure that you put the expected results based on industry benchmark. And this will show potential clients or anyone who is looking through your portfolio how you think and how you strategize, even if you have not managed for a real brand yet. Another thing to put in your portfolio if you don't have clients or you've never worked with any paid clients as a new social media manager is by repurposing past work and maybe personal experience. Every single person that says, oh, I want to become a social media manager has probably in one time in their life managed their own social media pages. If you've ever managed your own brand, or maybe you've created content for a friend or you've helped a friend with social media, you can actually turn that into a case study. And how do you do that? First, you identify a relevant experience. Even if it wasn't a paid job, any social media work actually counts. When I started, I was volunteering in church, and it was something that I was able to put on my CV to help me get the required work and the required clients to replace those work experience. If you grow your personal brand, turn that into a growth strategy. You can make it a growth strategy case study of how you actually grew your own personal brand. If you've managed your friend's Instagram page in school, you want to highlight the engagement improvement, how the engagement was very low and how the engagement is now. You also want to make sure that your case study is structured. You want to make sure you have a structured case study. I always use this for my number one, the brand or project that you worked on. You want to make sure that you introduce the brand and the project it is that you worked on. Number two, you want to talk about the problem that you solved. What was the problem when you took them on as a project. Remember, they are not paid clients, they are projects right now. What was the problem that they were facing and how did you solve it? You want to talk about the strategy that you used, the content you create, and the results and the key takeaways. This will actually prove that you have hands-on experience, even if it wasn't for a client, even if it was a friend, or even if it was for your own personal brand. You need to also format your case studies professionally. Once you've gathered all your case studies, you need to make them look professional. And the only way you can do that is by creating a portfolio. Make sure you always use a clean template. A lot of people create their portfolios with Notion. A lot of people create their portfolios with Google Doc. I prefer Canva. You need to keep it structured. Make sure it has a clear title. You want to make sure you put screenshots. As a social media manager, a new one, screenshots should be your best friend. You need to screenshot every single thing. You want to also put a summary of the project. And if you want to know exactly how to put all these portfolios together, make sure you watch this video about my 2025 portfolio. And I also have another video that I filmed for my 2024 portfolio. And I'm also going to link them in the description below. If you're applying for jobs or maybe you're pitching to clients, your case study should be linked in your portfolio, your website, or maybe your LinkedIn profile. But I will always say, just link your case study in your portfolio and link your portfolio in your resume. We've come to the end and you have no excuses as a new social media manager. Even if you don't have clients, you can still create a portfolio by running a dummy account, analyzing existing brands, or maybe repurposing past experience with your own personal brand or with a friend's brand. Your portfolio as a social media manager is your proof of work. The more effort you put into it, the easier it will be for you to be able to land real clients. Let me know in the comments if you're going to use any of these tips. And this is your first time seeing me on your screen and you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to turn on the notification bell, because every single week I drop the best tips for social media managers. And if you are a consistent watcher and you've been a subscriber for a while now, don't forget to take a screenshot of this particular video and tag me on Instagram at the social media Oga and tell me what it is that you learned. And at the end of the month, I'm going to select one lucky person for a free consultation with me for 45 to 90 minutes to help you figure out everything that has to do with social media management. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful, and if you did, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn on the notification bell, because I give you the very, 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 very best tips. See you guys in the next one. Bye.